yourself and welcome to our channel. We'll start with your introduction.
Okay, so my name is Kavea Chavali. I'm an anchor and a presenter, having hosted more than 1,300 shows across the globe. I've also been a former television anchor, but though I'm a qualified engineer, but it's my passion for anchoring that's got me where I am right now.
Okay, we can see the award and also tell us about this award and your journey. How it was and अब तक कैसे मतलब यहाँ तक कैसे और कौन है इंस्पिरेशन इस जर्नी में?
बिल्कुल, तो ये जो अवार्ड है ये है वॉइस ऑफ एशिया अवार्ड, और जो कि एशियन अफ्रीकन चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री है, उन्होंने मुझे ये टाइटल और ये ऑनर से जो कॉन्फर किया है. द वॉइस ऑफ एशिया, द रीज़न दे रियलाइज दैट इज ओवर द लास्ट 8 years that I've been the voice of so many very very prestigious events. They've also watched me grow as an anchor, and in the last few events they realized that this is the title that will be appropriate for me. One thing what I realized is बचपन से मैंने देखा है कि जब भी मैं टेलीविज़न देखती थी, स्पेशली दूरदर्शन चैनल जब देखती थी या फिर CNBC देखती थी, काफ़ी बार ऐसे होता था कि एंकर्स वुड बी ऑन द स्क्रीन एंड दे वुड लिटरली हैव द एबिलिटी टू रीड द टेलीप्रॉम्प्टर सो ब्यूटिफुली, और फॉर दैट मैटर इलॉबरेट एंड शेयर द न्यूज़ सो वेल. तो मैं बचपन में क्या करती थी, आई यूज्ड टू एक्चुअली होल्ड अ माइक एंड कीप अ वीडियो राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी एंड रीड द न्यूज़पेपर. एंड आई थिंक समवेयर आई हैव स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन माई वॉइस फॉर अ वेरी वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम, which is why I think it has culminated to this award. Coming to my source of inspiration, when it comes to television, it has to be Shireen Bhan, jo ki she's the managing editor of CNBC TV18. For the last 16 years, I've actually grown up watching her on screen, and I think somewhere she has inspired me to become an anchor today, and I think somewhere this is part of the journey.
Right. If we talk about award मिलने के बाद मतलब कितना responsibility बढ़ जाता है and प्रेशराइज फील करते हो या फिर यू गो विद द फ्लो?
सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज हम सब काफ़ी बार ऐसे करते हैं कि वी वर्क हार्ड टुवर्ड्स आवर गोल, एंड अवार्ड इज़ अ वे टू रिमाइंड अस दैट वी आर इन द राइट ट्रैक. और जब ऐसे टाइटल्स मिलते हैं, इट जस्ट मेक्स यू मोर रिस्पॉन्सिबल अबाउट बीइंग श्योर दैट यू आर द राइट वॉइस ऑफ द इवेंट, एंड इट नॉट जस्ट मेक्स यू वेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबल बट ऑल्सो मेक्स यू अलर्ट दैट यू आर डूइंग द राइट थिंग एंड देयर आर पीपल वॉचिंग यू. सो येस, इट डज मेक यू वेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबल, मेक्स you go along the way, but with a little more tactfulness and a little more alertness.
As we have seen, so many anchors are turning into acting.
Yes.
So we can see that Manish Paul, Karan Wahi and all. So are you planning to coming to acting field, because we have seen your AIB videos? So
Oh yes.
if you can talk about it.
Bilkul. So the thing is, I've also been a trained dancer, and I've done theatre when I was back in Bangalore. So when it comes to acting, while it's a natural thing that comes to me, मैंने अभी तक I've not fully explored that side of it, but I would definitely want to, because at the end of the day, even when we are anchoring, we are literally acting on the stage.
Right.
काफ़ी बार ऐसे हुआ है कि मैंने जो shows open किया है, I've done it in a very innovative style, in a very theatrical style, singing and dancing for certain shows as well. And that's where I realized that acting ho ya anchoring ho, it is a part of the creative field, and I'd love to explore that. And I think this year will be all about exploring into web series and other mediums of acting. So yes, why not? We've been doing that all the while. We are creative people, so let's go ahead and push that envelope. Acting will definitely be on the radar.
So any particular genre you want to work with, as can we see you as romancing or doing action or something?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. When it comes to genres, I love comedy. At the same time, I love a lot of action. Bachpan se I've been watching Arnold Schwarzenegger thanks to my naval dad. So it's always been either Terminator or True Lies. So I think action, because yes, that's something I really enjoy, but comedy for sure, because nothing like good comedy on the screen. Matlab, it just makes you happy as an artist and the audience as well.
Any of your favorite comedy film you want to mention?
Any recent, I won't say comedy film, but recently I watched this on Amazon Prime, I watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and I thought she was awesome. I mean, the way she enacted as a person and as a comedian, I think that's like a dream role for any comedian, but The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was way beyond marvelous.
As we know, you have done so many shows. Any particular show you want to share, the best memory of your shows?
ओके, सो यू नो दैट्स अ वेरी टफ क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि हर शो जो है काफ़ी स्पेशल होता है, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंटरेक्शंस विद बॉलीवुड स्टार्स, इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, बिकॉज यू डोंट वांट टू हिट द रॉन्ग नर्व, राइट. रिसेंटली मैंने एक शो होस्ट किया था वेर इन वी अवॉर्डेड वरुण धवन एज द डिजिटल स्टार ऑफ इंडिया, एंड वहाँ पे काफ़ी टाइम तक वी वर हैविंग अ वेरी गुड इंटरेक्शन विद हिम, एंड आई थॉट दैट शो वेंट ऑन रियली वेल, एंड वी बोथ had an amazing interaction where I got to understand who he looks up to on Instagram, for that matter, which is The Rock, Dwayne Dwayne Johnson, and the fact that what makes him so real as an Instagram star or as a digital star. I think that was a very interesting show. Also, very recently, I hosted the Economic Times Best Brands 2019, and wahan pe we had Sania Mirza, Abujani Sandeep Khosla, Shilpa Shetty, Arjun Rampal, Masaba Gupta. We had Subhash Ghai for that matter, Richa Chadha, and I had the opportunity to interact with all of them, like quick 10 minutes interaction, and I thought was beautiful. I think we managed to elevate the show to a big level.
Right. As you already got the award, whom do you think is a voice of Bollywood who can get this award?
Hands down, it has to be Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji. I mean, when he says रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं, वो डायलॉग सिर्फ डायलॉग नहीं है, the kind of weightage he puts into it, चाहे वो वॉइस ओवर्स क्यों ना हो, काफ़ी फिल्मों के लिए उन्होंने वॉइस ओवर भी की है, but the kind of strength that is there in his voice, that baritone, it's not just voice, there is a character to it, and I think that voice, I mean, I think it's by far the best in the entire world. It has to be Amitabh Bachchan ji anytime.
Right. As you already mentioned that you also want to do films. So any upcoming project you want to share with us?
So there are a lot of talks actually for a couple of web series. So that's on. It's just up to me to also decide कि dates wise कैसे होगा, because honestly, not to boast or anything, but shows को लेकर, live events को लेकर अभी तक December के dates are also blocked. So it's all about sitting, seeing good scripts, but most importantly getting the dates right. So once that happens, it'll be out there in the news.
Web platform is doing really well. As you mentioned, you also want to do a web series.
Yeah.
So any thoughts on web series is the topic they are bringing to audience and appreciating?
पहले ऐसे होता था that when we used to say 70 mm or for that matter the big screen movies, that used to be our go-to. But I think abhi, other than television, it's the OTT platforms that has reached, proliferated our world, not just us as viewers of TV but also internet. अभी आपका स्मॉल स्क्रीन ही आपका बिग स्क्रीन हो गया. हम सब एक टर्म है जो कि है स्क्रीनेजर्स. वी ऑल मे नॉट बी टीनेजर्स बट वी श्योरली हैव बिकम स्क्रीनेजर्स बिकॉज ऑल द कंटेंट इज हैपनिंग राइट हियर ऑन द मोबाइल स्क्रीन. सो आई थिंक वेब सीरीज इज अ वे टू गेट आउट द राइट कंटेंट. You don't need to beep out anything. You can, if you have strong content right now is not just the king. Content is building a kingdom thanks to web series. So I think web series is definitely the way forward as an artist, as a creative person, and even in terms of content.
Okay, thank you for talking to us. Lastly, any message for our audience?
I think the only message, I think this is where I would want to use the voice, if they're calling me the voice of Asia 2019, my only voice is the fact that just go ahead. There is so much to explore actually, whether you're an anchor, an actor, anybody who's in the creative realm, go ahead and explore. Many a times we hold ourselves back thinking whether we will do well or not. My point is jump in the fire and you learn how to get out of it. So just get into it and you learn your way out of it. So this is the right time for you to explore. The opportunities are way too many. The awareness is so much. So go ahead and make the full use of it.
Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.